What's up, guys? Your boy Socrates Feliz coming at you with going to school video. First off, praise God. You know, he's always out here doing things, helping me out. Thank you for subscribing and listening and just hearing my point of view from things. I just want to talk about, guys, you need to go out there and just speak to women or just people in general, to be honest, because most of the invisible mindset is that you never felt, you pretty much gave up. You were shut in, you gave up. Most of y'all were probably not as introverted as you think. Just, you know, life has withered your edge. Or something happened. COVID happened. But you can't blame COVID, but other things have happened to the point where you just feel like, I'm trying not to say like, but you essentially feel that you never belonged. Really. In high school, you probably were cool and cordial with a bunch of different groups, but you never fit in, you know? You always felt something was off and you were alone, which made you pull back, regress back, not reach out to your friends most likely, when you're thinking, well, if they're doing fine, that's fine. But that's not how a relationship stays stable or handled. You gotta reach out, you gotta talk. So I'm trying to tell you guys, you need to speak. Random people, you need to go out there and just talk, because this is a muscle. And being whole, stoic, quiet, honestly, if you have a bright personality, why are you hiding it? It's okay not to give your attention to every single person and to put yourself first. Yes, 100%. When you're locked in and focused, you're locked in and focused. But when you can talk to people, doesn't mean you can't speak to people. And I'm starting to realize a lot of people are not used to speaking to people who just walk by. Yeah, you get to have a lot of people ignore you. Yeah, it is. Some women, well, the women aspect, they will look at you shocked. They go, like, you just feel the shock energy and nervous energy. And then they'll ignore you when you say hi or how are you. Or they will forcefully do it on purpose to make you feel bad. Like, they'll look at you, look down, get a little smirk, and then walk past you like nothing. Like they are ignoring you. Or some men just won't even say hi to you. They'll be like, I mean, but I understand that, because sometimes people don't want to be bothered. But you need to go out there and just speak, just talk. Get your mouthpiece in. And you will start to realize that, oh man, the conversation is just dead or ended right then and there, because I didn't really articulate myself in a way that I can ask questions, or I'm lacking vocabulary. You start picking up your own flaws. Like, okay, I need to start working on this. And then when you actually work on it, then you'll be able to navigate through conversations much better, because you have a different vocabulary. Your vocabulary is expanded, so you're able to cut off the fluff. You are able to use different words in different scenarios that makes you feel better. It's like being blind, and you're just gaining more eyesight over and over again. Well, not over, but you're just gaining more and more eyesight. Because that's really what talking is. Just think of it as eyesight. The less words you know, the more blind you are to navigate to a conversation. Same way with anything in life, you need to navigate through situations. Yeah. That makes sense. So reading books is definitely one thing y'all need to work on. Speaking people, just talk, just say hi, nice watch, how are you? And this is how a good opener goes. Good morning. Like, I'm getting used to saying good morning, which is kind of iffy because in the afternoon I'll walk up to somebody or walk past and be like, good morning. They look at me, good morning. And then we just laugh. I'm like, oh wait, it's afternoon. But they say good morning back. They're not even thinking about it. It's just funny. But hello, how are you? Honestly, it goes a long way. It really does. And then from there on, you just ask questions. Be like, hey, I like your necklace. She'll probably say, I made it. Oh, I got it here. She'll probably say, thank you. And you just keep, you have to get the ball rolling. And once you get the ball rolling, she'll start flowing. Or they will start flowing. Talk about what they like. You just ask questions. Tease them too. And eventually you work on that mouthpiece. And you're working on, then you start picking up, okay, I need to work on certain things. I need to work on my seductive voice. For example, some people, shout out, I forgot his name, the young man, Thai sensei, Taekwondo sensei. He said there's some people who are extroverted naturally, but they lack the seductive part in their voice tonality. And there's people who are introverted who don't like the seductive tonality, but they like the extroverted part of just walking up and talking to people. Neither good or bad. It's just you're just missing pieces. Because at the end of the day, you're building yourself. You are essentially a video game character. And you ever played an MMO, World of Warcraft? You pick a class, and then you essentially get skills. Well, actually, that one's a different. That was a little off. But you get stat points. Not stat points, but your stats increase based off the role you're in and your race. If you actually play a certain RPG where you can pick your own stats, then you can make your own class, like Dark Souls. Dark Souls, you could level up your own stats. You get to pick which role and how you want to play your own play style. But at the end of the day, you're still picking which stats. And if you're weak in one stat, then you could try to grind it out, but you could also be well-rounded, which is actually pretty good until a certain part of the game where it would have been better to pick and stick to one path and cultivate the strengths of that path. But this is real life. So being well-rounded would actually be more beneficial, because at the end of the day, we are constantly learning, and we're not getting points. We just have time. That's really it. Time and action. So at the end of the day, it's on you. But yeah, this is just some things I realized that I have let lack and fall back in my invisible mindset and being a shut-in back in the day. Now I'm out here living life, and I'm trying to slowly expand my comfort zone, because at the end of the day, it's really about how comfortable you are in your environment. It's okay to be observant in the beginning, but eventually you do have to break out. You do have to talk to people. You can't be this super antisocial person, especially when you're not. It's okay to be quiet, but you still have to speak to other people. As long as you're not blabbering about yourself and you're actually engaging and interacting and just asking questions and listening. That's really it. People would be like, man, I had a great conversation. You can have a small interaction with someone and they'll hinge to every single word you say because you've been quiet this whole time. Or you just have a simple interaction with someone and change the trajectory of their life. You hold a mirror to their face, and well, that's for narcissistic people, to be honest. But yeah, you're missing out on a lot of opportunities out there. Just know that if you want to talk to women, you have to go out and talk to women. They will not approach you. I'm giving you the 100% true fact from someone who pretty much deselect themselves. Actually, even back in the day, they would not approach you. The only time they will approach you, maybe in high school, and that's in a classroom setting. And that's them asking you for your jacket. That's them asking you to sit next to you. That's them asking you, honestly, to touch their ass, poke their ass, or they just sit on your lap straight up. Really. When you're just a cool laid back and you don't gawk at other women. And they feel comfortable around you. Eventually, they'll be like, hey, here's the hint. I'm telling you, the younger ones are much bold. While the older ones are definitely more direct. Does that make sense? Like, they're bold in the nature of they will sit on your lap just randomly. If you made them comfortable. And she's like marking her territory. While the older ones will just, they'll try to seduce you, but they'll be direct too with their words. Hell, they'll even pick up the signs. So yeah, you guys have a wonderful day. I need to get a drink, and thank you for listening.